Jason Goodman took another massive dump on another member of our show's Good News.
I don't know how.
What is the matter with you?
First, it was me over my in-game hosting of the Carolina Cobras for this upcoming season. What an honor. And he was like, you? They had B-Dot last year. He was great. Have you even practiced at all? Ooh,
You're going to need a lot of practice.
Why did they even ask you?
Yeah,
I'm like,
why?
oh, I didn't know.
I was really trying to portray that. I was like, wow, that is a huge gig to get. You're replacing.
No, yeah.
Not how that came out,
Not at all.
though. Not one bit.
Yep.
Not the message received.
And there's a Jared seating section this year at the Cobras games. Right now, he's outside the section.
You? They gave you a whole section? You? What? You can't even fill it?
Well, you said you don't want me to come anyways.
No, not the first game. I want you to come to the game. You just can't sit in my section. I guess when they're playing, who are they?
The beef.
Oh, the Omaha beef.
Omaha beef.
Yeah,
You can be in there
with the beef.
You can sit with the beef, bro, as Squid said yesterday. Well, anyway, that's in the past.
New day.
New day, new dump.
Yeah.
New day, new day.
Apparently.
New day, new dookie.
He's moved on.
Matt had, to me, one of the most exciting announcements personally for him.
We all thought so.
Yeah.
Every single one of us.
Me, Katie, Squid were like literally cheering for him.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm getting high fives. I'm getting fist bumps from you
A
guys.
little teary-eyed for you.
And then Doom and Gloom walks in and is like, whoa, too much fun going on in here.
let me bring my butt wipes to the studio and prepare for this dump.
I've been holding this one in for a couple of days since Jared's announcement. Been waiting to dump on somebody.
People are having fun. There's up my IBS.
All right, Matt.
My tummy's starting to hurt. It must be fun happening in the building.
He was unbuttoning his pants as he walked in. I'm like, oh, no.
Oh, here we go.
Here it is.
He had the squatty potty everything ready to go. Matt, lay down.
What happened? Tell everyone what happened.
I am beyond excited to be able to attend my beloved Detroit Lions home playoff game this weekend.
Go.
Very good.
Literally once in a lifetime.
Yes, once in a
Seriously, because I was thinking, like, they're on the upward trajectory, but it has been 33 years since they last had a home playoff win. This is the first time they've won their division and had a home playoff game in 30 years.
Right.
This doesn't happen for this team. Probably, if you would have asked sports fans 2 years ago, who is the worst professional sports franchise in the world, you'd probably get some votes for the Detroit Lions.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Not good. But we're finally good. We won the division. We won a playoff game, and now we've got another home playoff game. And I was like, this is it started as a joke. Man, this would be cool to go to. But when I first looked at tickets, it was right after Detroit won. So when you look at the Ticketmaster stuff, because it's flux pricing, supply and demand, prices were astronomical.
Yeah.
And it was like standing room only. I'm like, I can sit on my couch and watch the game. As cool as it would be to be there,
Yeah.
I just can't make this work. That's too much for me. And because I have a lot of buyer's anxiety for stuff like that. And then what started as a joke, people started encouraging me to do it. My wife was like, this is a once in a lifetime thing. If you can make this happen, you should make this happen. My sister's boyfriend was like, I will 100% do this with you if we can make it work. Waited until Wednesday. Ticket prices started to drop. They dropped about $200 a seat.
Wow.
Nice.
I was like, this is it. I have to do it. We tried 2 or 3 times. Ticketmaster kept kicking us out when we tried to buy tickets, and I was like, this is the sign we're not supposed to. Like, this is the evidence I need that it's
Lot
not
of
a good idea.
emotions.
Shouldn't be doing this.
So many ups and downs.
Out of
Yeah.
nowhere, he texts me. I got him. I was like, oh.
Wow.
And I was on cloud 9 for probably 24 hours.
Yeah.
Because 24 hours after that moment, I shared the news with Jared. I got a fist bump. Squid was like, that's my boy. Even Katie, who doesn't care about football, was like, that is awesome. I'm so excited. And then I came falling like a brick off of cloud 9 when Jason was like, it's going to be expensive. That's an expensive trip, man. It's a lot of money.
Oh.
Pop the balloon.
Bam!
I'm thinking a playoff game is expensive.
Yeah.
And for the record, Matt, saying that I pooped on your thing, I, before you even got these tickets, mentioned in the hallway, I don't know if you remember because the other members of the show weren't around, I said to you, wow, you should go. This is before you knew, because you said the tickets were like $1,500 or something.
It was a lot.
I said, you should go anyways. Even if you don't go to the game and just around that area, it'll be exciting. You can go out and watch the game in Detroit. How cool is that? And I said, you you might even be able to get in real cheap from some kind of scalper or something like that on the outside. Did I not?
You did, yes. We talked about that on Monday whenever I first brought up to everybody that, man, this would be so cool to be there. But then when I finally did it and my euphoria was at an all-time high, that's when, instead of being there to continue to inflate my balloon, you took a pin and you stuck it in the side of the balloon and just let the air out
The
very
reason
slowly.
why I did that is because I thought to myself, the plan that I thought we had together of you going and just standing by the stadium and possibly getting in somehow, some way, would have been much cheaper than what you just did to go get the ticket. But then I did mention to you, which you failed to present to the group. You failed to present this, Your Honor. That I said, but you did win $1,200 in the latest pool.
I did.
And I said, I approve.
Yes.
Well, good. You
Not guilty.
his stamp of approval.
Jason, who didn't win the pool, approves how I'm spending the money from winning the pool.
Well, like I said, you'd add $1,200. Because in my mind, I was like, well, if that ticket's like half that, or then you can, at least you have the other half to pay for other things, so you can at least enjoy it and also take care of bills or something like that.
Yes, and that is the plan. The winning, that is covering everything for the whole weekend, and hopefully then some extra to any incidentals or
But you don't
the
need
$50 beer at the stadium.
We don't need to explain how you're paying for it.
No.
Yes,
It's
you
exciting.
don't.
I had to explain how I'm paying for it to myself.
And to your wife,
Well,
maybe. But
yeah, probably.
She was the main person telling me I should do it.
Really?
She was 100% the one that was like, you are the one that needs to make
I
this
told
happen.
Where do
them
you
that
find
is
these women?
awesome.
Supporting
I'm
the passion.
very lucky. Very
That is
lucky.
very lucky.
Because
That
she
would-
was the one.
Yikes.
Even my mom was talking to her because my mom had a dentist appointment where Hannah works. Because I had talked to my mom and I was on the fence about it. And my mom looked at Hannah and said, have you convinced him to do it? She says, I'm very close. Like, they were talking like, we've got to convince him that he needs to do this, because the chance to do even if the Lions make the playoffs again next year or the year after, it's not going to be the same as this year, the first
Yep.
year back.
This will be the most exciting game the Detroit Lions have probably ever had.
They probably won't have another game this exciting for another 20, 30 years.
But I did say to Matt, I said, when he did tell me the price, I was relatively surprised according to where he's sitting at the stadium in Detroit. It was a pretty decent seats, just lower level seats, right?
Well, they're upper level, but they're in like the first couple rows of the upper level.
Here we go again.
Here comes the needle.
Here we go.
Let the air out of the balloon for him.
No way you can resell those junk tickets.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, upper level can be rough. But
We had a picture from where the seats were. They look good.
yeah, they
Yeah.
look decent. But
And
I will tell you this: if it was when the Patriots regular season, just a regular season, when Tom Brady was playing, not even in the playoffs, just to get on the upper level, all the way in the back where you feel like you're gonna die because it's so high, was $350 a ticket. So the fact that he got it for the price that he got, if that was a Patriots playoff game, it would have been 3 times that.
Now,
Yeah.
Matt, you don't have to say, but I know if I was listening, I would want to know how much you paid
don't
for
mind.
one ticket.
So with the NFL has a partnership with Ticketmaster, so you basically have to go through Ticketmaster if you want to do it, and we all know that means fees.
Yeah.
The fees per ticket were over $100 a ticket.
And it just shows how much money these ticket agencies are making. That's
Right.
Huge.
For what? I know I get the infrastructure, but literally there's no cost of goods at that point.
No,
Yeah.
it's just a digital transfer of the ticket. So that actually played a big part of it. Not only were we looking at ticket price per seat, each seat had different fees associated with it.
Oh, interesting.
Which was weird. So the fees range from like $90 per seat to like $120 per seat.
Oh my gosh.
So that kind of played into it as well. So with the fees included, my seat is $735.
Wow.
That's the scent of the air.
Memories.
I'm telling you.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
probably can resell the ticket if you think.
He doesn't want to.
I don't want.
He
that
wants to
was
be
the.
there.
So my sister's boyfriend is going with me, and his biggest concern was getting there in the weather, because
the
there's
cold
potential
snap, yeah.
of like snow and things on the route because we're going to drive.
Oh boy.
And his concern was that, and he goes, well, I mean, worst case, we could resell the tickets. And my immediate text back was, I will walk from wherever we are to get to this game in time.
Do you have
Yes.
a 4-wheel drive truck that you can take?
Well, I'm glad you bring that up.
You want to take my Tesla? Be all right, stop. It does really well in the cold.
Yes, that's what we heard.
Tremendous, especially with my weight. I actually yesterday was talking about it in the office, And BB Shea had an idea, and I'm shocked that it has turned around this quickly. But I have a sponsor for my trip.
What?
Yeah. I've heard.
No way.
And it all
Yeah.
makes sense, too.
The Detroit Lions are owned by the Ford family.
Uh-huh.
It is at Ford Field in Detroit.
Oh,
There you go.
So thank you to Crescent Ford of High Point
All right.
for supplying me a Ford vehicle to make sure I get there in the weather.
They keep you rolling.
They
even
are
in the
keeping
ice
me
and snow.
rolling to the Detroit Lions game.
What car are you going to get?
Awesome.
I'm going to drive an Escape, so I'm trying to get something that was front-wheel drive just in case. This one may be four-wheel drive. I need to double-check, but it's going
Nice,
to be
dude.
comfortable, spacious, the SUV. It's going to get us there, and it's really good on gas.
Do they have four-wheel drive and Escape?
I think they do, yeah.
Okay.
The Escape, I used to have an Escape before I got my Explorer, which my Explorer is not, so that's why
Yeah,
this
I got
is
you.
the move we're making. But the Escape that I had, the option was four-wheel, so I'm pretty sure they do. So I'll have to check whenever I pick it up. But yeah, so Crescent
Nice.
Ford is going to get me to Ford Field.
Nice.
There
Yep.
you go.
Love
there
that.
you go. Do you see? Because I hear all these things. It seems are just falling into place. Like you won the money.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know that was going to be the whole reason you're able to go
Yeah.
to this game. And then they
Yeah.
win the playoff. And then you get to go and you're using the money for that. And then you were unsure about the
Mm.
car. And then now the car and the sponsor. It's like fate.
More
Yes,
evidence.
great
More
evidence.
evidence.
Yes.
It
More
is.
evidence
Or
of a higher big.
coincidence.
Meant to be.
These things just
Yes.
aligned so perfectly that every time something like that happens, I feel more peace about
Yeah.
the decision
Well,
I made.
let's just not say too much. We don't want him to, we want him to make it and not have a huge snowstorm or something like that to delay.
Those don't have to go. They don't have to coincide. You could just say that-
Detroit, Michigan is no joke with snow.
But they're
Right,
prepared for it.
But you're prepared.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
That
we'll
is
be
true.
mostly highway the way. So and highways are the roads that they take the best care of if
Yes.
it's going to be bad
That-
weather.
that
And
is
especially
true.
going through the states we're going through, they're more prepared for stuff like that. But I do know the temperature at the thank
Yeah.
God it's in a dome.
It's freezing.
Yeah.
But the low is 8
Oh my God.
and the high I think is 24
Yeah.
on the day of the game.
That will
So
suck your breath out.
Well, people
Oh,
are
yeah.
saying,
Yeah.
the Kansas City Chiefs game last week when it was the wind chill was
0.
-30,
Andy Reid's
Oh, that's right.
mustache
Mustache froze.
You
Yeah.
saw the icicles in it.
and people that I was watching the game with were like, "Would you go to that?" And I'm like, "Absolutely, for the memories."
yes.
Yeah.
I went to one of the coldest games in NFL history, and they're like, "I bet Taylor Swift is sitting inside." Well, yeah, she was in the box, but the window was open.
Yeah.
And she, I was like,
the
"How
heat,
cool
the
is
heat
that?"
was on full blast, and there she was sweaty.
Thought about taking
I
her
will
coat off.
say, yeah, Matt, what
That's
you should
awesome.
do, and if I did, what I would do is a little pre-party or after party, and I would go check out the worst city in America, which is Flint, Michigan, which is right near just to get a hint of danger.
Oh, the
Really live on the
danger,
edge
yeah.
and drink some water.
Yeah.
Drink some tap water from Flint.
Yeah,
Sure.
that was at
Maybe
one
buy a
spot.
house while you're there
Yeah.
for $1.
Once
Sure.
rated the worst town or city in the entire country.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
get
would
a-
love to say that I went there. I'm not kidding. I would definitely go.
there's some cities closer by that you're
For the
pretty bad.
danger?
And you may get like a water filtration company to sponsor that part of
I
it.
could, yeah, if you're interested.
Be all sponsored
You
up.
could.
Use this bottle and drink the water in Flint. But it worked out too, telling my mom when I finally decided to do it, she reached out to some longtime family friends that they grew up with when my mom's family lived in the Dearborn area. They still lived there, and they were like, he can come stay with me. So now I don't have to worry about finding a hotel
Oh,
or
that's
anything like
nice,
that.
yeah.
So I've got the place to stay. We've got now the vehicle that we feel confident is going to get us there. So, like I said, the stars just aligned perfectly after the decision was made to reinforce the fact that this was the
And
right
having
move.
a wife supporting your passion is,
Yeah.
wow, what a win.
We were talking about it last night at dinner, and she was borderline getting emotional just
Wow.
of how excited she is that I get to go do this.
Wow.
She goes, because it would be, for her, it would be the equivalent of going to like UNC if they were in the national championship basketball game.
Yeah.
She goes,
Yeah.
the chance to do that, because it doesn't happen often, she goes, I understand from that perspective, and this is unreal.
You better bring her a
Wow.
souvenir is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes, I
And
plan on it.
you are not the souvenir. It's
Correct.
something
Right.
else has to come back.
Here's
Yes.
the score. We won.
Here's this magnet.
Thank you.
Thank you, babe.
Thank
well,
you.
Matt, 3 of the 5 people on the show are very happy for you.
I am happy for him.
I didn't say who.
I'm happy.
We don't know which.
We
well,
didn't.
But I am going to, with the drive up, we are probably going to see a lot of snow. So I'm going to try to document it and post some of it on the
Yes.
station Facebook page.
Please do.
Yeah.
Please document all that on our social
And if
media.
you want to share your location with us too, that's fine.
Okay. And I will. Jason's like, why aren't you in Flint? Why aren't you in Flint? Because there's, there were a ton of celebrities at the last game. Eminem was there. Jack Harlow was there.
Yeah.
Big Sean was there. Tim Robinson, very funny Tim Robinson was there.
Tito Jackson.
So I'm going to do my best to take some
Oh.
pictures of some celebrities while we're there too, just around the stadium. Just that whole environment's going to be cool.
And a personal request, anything you eat, because I'm always
Yes.
curious.
I got you. I definitely want to hit some Detroit style pizza while
Yeah.
we're there.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah. Matt, safe travels. Very happy
Thank
for
you.
you.